We begin with the top story at this hour. The hostage-ceasefire deal was the top agenda in the Security Cabinet meeting, which took place at the Israel Defense Forces IDF headquarters in Tel Aviv. This even as hundreds of Israelis hit the streets outside the building, continuing with protests against the government for its failure to secure the hostages' return. They urged the cabinet to do more to secure a deal with Hamas. According to reports, the relatives of hostages were told by a senior member of the Israeli negotiating team that a hostage-ceasefire deal is unlikely in the near future. The negotiator told the families the only way forward is to end the war. Keep acting to get the public behind bringing about an end to the war. Numerous rounds of diplomacy have so far failed to clinch a ceasefire deal to end the conflict and bring the release of Israeli and foreign hostages held in Gaza. U.S. is reportedly in constant touch with Qatar and Egypt as it works on a new deal. After the killing of the hostages, which included one Israeli American, President Joe Biden is said to be hesitant to reward Hamas with further concessions in the deal. Meanwhile, Israel has upped its ante against Hamas. This video that you see on your screen right now was released by the country's army. It is said to be of military strikes on Hamas targets in Gaza. The IDF strikes across the Strip has killed at least 61 people in 48 hours. This is according to the local medics. On a visit to Gaza, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant listed the country's goal, first to eliminate Hamas and second to bring back the hostages. At the same time, he said that Israel was preparing for a possible escalation in the north.
We are looking at the entire war front, and this means that while you are fighting here in Gaza, we are preparing for anything that can happen in the north and moving the center of gravity that can be quick and can also include you on a short schedule. We are preparing for all of these possibilities.
At least 7 people were killed in multiple Israeli strikes in Syria's countryside, according to local health official quoted by a local agency. 13 people were also injured in the attack. Meanwhile, along the border with Jordan at the Allenby Bridge border crossing in the occupied West Bank, a gunman killed 3 Israeli civilians. The gunman, Maher al-Jazi, was later shot dead by the security officers. According to Israeli authorities, Jordanians chanted slogans as they hit the street in support of al-Jazi.
Video from Israel's ambulance service showed emergency vehicles at the Allenby Bridge border in the occupied West Bank on Sunday after what the Israeli military said was a deadly shooting by a gunman who approached from Jordan. The military said 3 Israeli civilians were killed after the attacker got out of a truck in the bridge area and shot at security forces there. They added that Israeli forces eliminated the gunman. The Israeli manager of the crossing said 3 workers were shot dead at close range. It's the first such attack along the border with Jordan since Palestinian Islamist group Hamas launched an assault on southern Israel on October the 7th, sparking the latest war in Gaza that has ratcheted up tensions across the region. It took place in a commercial cargo area under Israeli control where Jordanian trucks offload cargo entering the West Bank, officials said. At a cabinet meeting, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu strongly condemned the shooting.
This is a difficult day. A loathsome terrorist murdered in cold blood 3 of our civilians at Allenby Bridge.
Jordanian officials said the crossing was closed and that they had begun an investigation into the shooting. The assailant was a 39-year-old truck driver who came from an influential tribe in southern Jordan, according to family members. Israel and Jordan signed a peace treaty in 1994 and have close security ties. Dozens of trailers cross daily from Jordan with goods from Jordan and the Gulf that supply both the West Bank and Israeli markets.